we go from Nashville. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tannehill. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
He'll return it from the 6. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They'll be led, of course, by their 2nd-year quarterback from LSU, Joe Burrow. Play action. It's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for Cincinnati. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now it's Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Big 13.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he coughed it up, and the Bengals grab it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That is caught. It's Uzomah. Touchdown. C.J. Uzomah from 21 yards away. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. To throw on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Tannehill. Man open, that's Chester Rogers. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now a give, right side. Foreman, he won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill on the slant. He'll get it to Jones. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Brown. And he will have a Titans 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A carry for Foreman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. And Bullock will put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They go play action with Burrow. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 27. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 2nd and 2. They'll run with Foreman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now Foreman. loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know. That's exactly what they did.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second and 5 now. Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Tennessee offense set to go again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 75 yards. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Bullet good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And a trio. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Now Burrow on first down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So two thoughts come to mind. One,
get some oxygen, fill up your lungs a little bit. And number two, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Mixon is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership is.
And he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Now a first down throw. Tannehill. Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 78 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here we go. On first and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
12. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 3 on the play, but with it, time has run out on the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Guy.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And nothing more on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
We're going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick slant caught by Chase. Touchdown! Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
It's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far,
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Tannehill. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy and try and use size? You got to try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's not new.
Lights 57. 57's mine. Hey, watch
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. He's at the 30, 10, 5. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Mixon trying to punch it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Bengals get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Foreman. And he'll go down, and that will do it. for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 180 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't.
And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Titans on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Tannehill. That's complete. 7-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there for Cincinnati.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Again, it's Mixon. And he couldn't quite get there. One.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Joe Mixon taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. The time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
On first down, Tannehill throwing the out route and complete. That's Jones. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Rodgers.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Tannehill. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Foreman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Bullock's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6.
Can. Todd. That's got to be a long day. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Check.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, Mixon. And he works free. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.